Good afternoon. I'm Mandy Johnson, and the campaign I wish I'd thought of was, in my opinion, a perfectly executed digital campaign. It's likely to seem out of date in a few years' time, but the fundamentals of why it worked should last a lifetime. It worked because it gave people something that they were already looking for, and it tapped into so many current trends. It involved hashtags, microblogging, and digital photos uploaded onto social media from an iPhone, all things that didn't exist 20 years ago. We are living through one of the biggest culture shifts of our time. The world is becoming increasingly digital, and if charities want to remain front of mind, then we must all ensure that we have effective, long-term digital strategies in place. Now, if you've heard me talk about digital strategy before, then you'll know that I believe an effective campaign has three key elements. You must have technology that provides a smooth user experience, a way of driving traffic to the websites that you want people to visit, and content that continues to engage your supporters. The campaign I wish I'd thought of had all of these things in bucket loads. But it started from the same sad place that so many charities start: a death. This is Mary. Cancer took Mary's life on the 24th of October 2014, when she was just 72 years old. As you can imagine, her daughter Caroline was devastated. Caroline and her mum were close. The thought of never going shopping or sharing a Kit Kat with her mum again was devastating. 3 months later, Caroline found herself at a friend's house for New Year's Eve, but she wasn't able to enjoy herself properly. Her grief was still too raw. On the drive home, Caroline found herself trying to think of something positive that she could do to remember her mum. This is where Caroline's story starts to differ from that of a normal charity fundraiser. Having worked with many charities before, I know that the standard reaction to a death of a loved one would be to do something like shave your head or sign up for a marathon or host a bake sale. These are all tried and tested ways of raising money for charity, and they can work, but they often lack one of the three key elements of an effective digital campaign. They lack content. You see, the key to content that continues to engage people is that it must give more to its supporters than it asks for. Many charity fundraisers forget to do this. They forget to go beyond what they want their supporters to do and why. Hearing about how wonderful a loved one was, how much they're missed, or how the likes of cancer should be eradicated can drive action, but it can't be prolonged without becoming emotionally draining. This is why Caroline's idea was brilliant. Caroline developed a simple but incredibly engaging campaign that tapped into something that people spend their self-indulgence time doing when they're on the internet. Caroline tapped into the online world of fashion. Fashion is the third most mentioned pastime on Twitter. It's the 8th most popular hashtag used on Instagram. And did you know that the fastest growing demographic of people uploading selfies onto Instagram is women aged 42 to 45 years old? This is a demographic that donates. So, if I hadn't already showed you that slide, you'd probably be wondering what the campaign I wish I'd thought of was. Caroline called it Knickers Models Own. And the concept was simple. Caroline pledged to wear second-hand clothes, like me, every single day for an entire year. Most of the clothes that Caroline purchased were bought from the Cancer Research UK shop, where she and her mum had volunteered. She posted a daily photograph on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Within weeks, Caroline's campaign went viral. She soon found herself on national television, featured in The Guardian, The Daily Mail, The Telegraph, The Mirror, and even tweeted about by the Prime Minister. Unsurprisingly, Caroline smashed through her £1,000 fundraising target within days and went on to raise tens of thousands of pounds for Cancer Research UK, despite the fact that all she was doing was posting pictures of herself wearing second-hand clothes. Whether intentionally or intuitively, Caroline understood that people on the likes of platforms like Instagram aren't looking to donate to charity. They're looking for escapism from real life, inspiration from what to wear, or just something positive to brighten up their day. so she gave them what they wanted, and lots of it. Caroline soon found strangers donating to her campaign, and she proved that when you give people something that they want on a regular basis, some of them will want to give something back. Caroline has gone on to raise over £60,000 for Cancer Research UK. Now, this might not seem like a huge amount to some of us who are used to raising millions, but I think it's an incredible achievement for one woman. And her campaign goes far beyond her Just Giving page, because she's positioned both volunteering and shopping at a Cancer Research UK charity shop as an incredibly cool thing to do. I've learnt so much from reflecting on Caroline's campaign. Not just that, and I quote, "Women with larger breasts should try wearing their cardigans backwards to stop the front from gaping." But also that, if we really understand where our supporters are spending their self-indulgence time, and we can tap into that in a genuine way, then everyone here can create an effective and long-term digital campaign. I wish I'd thought of that.